Have you ever wondered how you can truly thrive after losing a spouse? The journey through grief is incredibly challenging, and the path to healing can seem insurmountable. But what if I told you that it's not only possible to find happiness again, but also to live a fulfilling life after such a profound loss? In today's video, we'll delve into the secrets that can help you not just cope, but thrive in the wake of losing a loved one. We'll uncover 3 critical strategies that have transformed the lives of those who have navigated their grief with resilience and grace. Each secret is supported by inspiring real-life stories of individuals who turned their pain into strength and joy. Stay tuned to discover how you too can embrace these powerful secrets and create a vibrant and meaningful life after loss. Secret 1. Avoid immersing in excessive grief. The pain of losing a spouse is a profound and often overwhelming experience. The emptiness that follows such a loss can feel like an enormous void, as if the very fabric of your life has unraveled. It's not just the absence of a person, but the absence of shared memories, daily routines, and the comforting presence of a lifelong companion. As author and philosopher Viktor Frankl once said, "When we are no longer able to change a situation, we are challenged to change ourselves." This sentiment rings especially true in the wake of loss, where the challenge becomes finding a way to move forward despite the overwhelming sorrow. Take Ms. Lee's story, for example. When Ms. Lee's husband passed away, she found herself engulfed in a sea of grief. The house, once filled with laughter and companionship, felt eerily silent. She described herself as a walking corpse, lost in despair and unable to find meaning in the days that followed. For a long time, she struggled with sleepless nights and constant tears, overwhelmed by the absence of her beloved husband. However, through her journey of grief, Ms. Lee began to realize that while mourning is a natural part of loss, remaining trapped in perpetual sadness would only prevent her from living fully. Ms. Lee's turning point came when she decided to honor her husband's memory, not by dwelling in the past but by embracing life in the present. She made a conscious choice to focus on self-care and to find joy in the little things. This shift wasn't immediate, but with time, she started to engage in activities that brought her comfort and a sense of purpose. She found solace in taking walks, exploring new hobbies, and reconnecting with friends. Her story highlights a crucial lesson. While it's important to allow yourself to grieve, it's equally vital to find ways to live well and rediscover happiness. For those navigating similar grief, the path to healing involves embracing self-care and maintaining a healthy routine. It's essential to take care of your physical health, as it can significantly impact your emotional well-being. Gradually introduce new hobbies or revisit old passions to help fill the void left by your spouse. Engage in activities that bring you joy and peace, whether it's taking up painting, joining a local community group, or simply enjoying quiet moments of reflection. Remember, finding comfort in solitude and slowly adjusting to life without your spouse doesn't mean forgetting them. It means honoring their memory by living a life that they would be proud of, filled with purpose and new possibilities. Secret 2. Don't over-rely on your children. It's a common expectation for many older adults that their children will step in to fill the void left by a deceased spouse, taking over the role of companion and caregiver. While the intention behind this expectation is often rooted in love and a desire for family support, it can lead to unforeseen pitfalls. Over-relying on children can strain relationships, create feelings of resentment, and inadvertently place a heavy burden on their shoulders. As life coach and author Martha Beck points out, the best way to take care of your children is to take care of yourself. This sentiment highlights the importance of self-sufficiency and maintaining a balanced relationship with your children. Consider Mrs. Howe's experience. After the death of her husband, Mrs. Howe initially believed that moving in with her daughter and son-in-law would be the ideal solution for her retirement. She thought this arrangement would offer her companionship and support while allowing her to contribute to the family's well-being. However, as time passed, the reality of this situation began to set in. Mrs. Howe found herself feeling increasingly like a burden, and the once welcomed support turned into a source of tension. Differences in lifestyle, financial strain, and personal disagreements created an uncomfortable living environment, eventually leading her to reconsider her dependence on her daughter's family. Through her experience, Mrs. Howe rediscovered the value of independence. She realized that relying on her children was not the answer to her happiness or fulfillment. Instead, she began to embrace her own autonomy, moving back to her own home and finding solace in solitude. This shift allowed her to reconnect with her interests and build a life on her own terms. Her journey underscores a crucial lesson. While family support is invaluable, fostering a sense of independence can lead to a more balanced and fulfilling life. For those in similar situations, it's essential to maintain a balanced relationship with your children. Avoid placing excessive demands on them and instead focus on nurturing your own independence. Engage in community activities, pursue personal interests, and seek out new social connections. By finding joy and purpose outside of your family, you can build a rich and satisfying life without feeling like a burden. Remember, your well-being is best supported by a blend of family connections and personal self-reliance, creating a harmonious and fulfilling life in your later years. Secret 3. Be cautious about remarrying. Entering a new relationship or remarrying later in life comes with its own set of complexities and potential pitfalls. The decision to remarry is often driven by a desire for companionship and support, but it's crucial to acknowledge that late-life relationships can be fraught with unique challenges. These include differing life experiences, established habits, and the integration of families that may not always go smoothly. As relationship expert Dr. Patricia Allen notes, remarriage in later life requires a deep understanding of oneself and the other person's needs, along with a willingness to navigate the complexities of blending lives that have been lived separately for many years. Take Mrs. Fong's story as an example. After the death of her first husband, Mrs. Fong was eager to find companionship and support in a second marriage. She met Mr. Liu through a dance class, and despite her son's advice to take things slowly, she rushed into the relationship. Initially, everything seemed promising, and they even enjoyed a period of happiness together. However, as time went on, significant issues began to surface. Conflicts over household responsibilities, disagreements with Mr. Liu's family, and the challenges of blending their separate lives led to a growing sense of dissatisfaction. Mrs. Fong found herself facing emotional turmoil and conflicts that ultimately led to her decision to divorce. Mrs. Fong's experience highlights important lessons about the realities of remarriage later in life. The excitement of a new relationship can sometimes overshadow the need for a thorough evaluation of compatibility and mutual understanding. It's essential to approach remarriage with careful consideration, acknowledging that both partners bring their own set of expectations and habits into the relationship. Rushing into a new marriage without fully addressing these complexities can lead to frustration and conflict. For those considering remarriage later in life, take the time to thoroughly evaluate a potential partner and understand the dynamics involved. Reflect on your own needs and desires, and ensure that your decision to remarry aligns with your personal contentment and independence. It's important to build a foundation of mutual respect and understanding before committing to a new relationship. By prioritizing thoughtful consideration over hasty decisions, you can create a more stable and fulfilling partnership. Or, if needed, find contentment and joy in your own independence. Conclusion. Navigating life after the loss of a spouse is undoubtedly challenging, but by embracing these 3 secrets, avoiding excessive grief, not over-relying on your children, and being cautious about remarriage, you can pave the way for a fulfilling and vibrant life. Remember, it's about finding balance, cherishing your independence, and making thoughtful choices that lead to true happiness. Thank you for watching. If you found these insights helpful, please leave a comment with a 9 or 0 to let us know your thoughts. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more content on navigating life's changes. Until next time, take care and stay strong.